Editors might use specific words like fresh, timely, unique. So these indicate that they really want something new, or something that feels urgent. And so timely is definitely subjective. What that means, depending on the publication, depending on like what's going on, what's the topic. But you can often, know like exactly the kind of thing they're looking for with these words. And then the tone. So you can really read a lot into what a pitch call out says. And if you're not familiar with a pitch call out, there are a ton of different job boards. It says, I'm saying job boards, but really like these are places where editors, where people gather up pitch calls from editors that they put out on the internet. And so in those, which are often from LinkedIn or Twitter, if the call out is casual and informal, you can match that tone with your pitch. And a more formal call out suggests a more professional and polished pitch. So you want your pitch tone to match the publication, to match the style that or the vibe that you're getting from this editor, and then to match sort of the section or the topic, the subject matter. Secondly, if an editor asks for pitches on a specific topic, they probably have a gap to fill or a theme they're focusing on. And that's a big opportunity. One thing that's really interesting is some magazines online, you can actually find their advertising schedule on their websites. You kind of have to dig for it. But when you do that, you can occasionally see, oh, September, they're focusing on, natural beauty or something. And that gives you an indication that they're going to be accepting content on that subject matter. And so if an editor is asking for pitches on a specific topic and you see that, especially if it's something you want to write about, like that's a huge opportunity because they need that content. Like they are being told by their boss, like, get me the best stuff. And so, yes, there's going to be a lot of people pitching at that time, but when you know how to do it, you're really going to stand out from the crowd because I can't tell you how many crap pitches that editors get from people that don't know how to do it. Then editor research. So something that you can do with editors, I find this to be really helpful, is research the editor's past work to gain insight into their interests and what kind of content they tend to accept. So social media sleuthing can go a long way here. Like you can find them on LinkedIn, you can find them on Twitter, sometimes you can find them on Instagram, and just sort of really spend some time getting to know their vibe so that when you do send them an email, when you do send them a pitch, like it's a very, like you'll almost do it in a much more familiar way because you've been studying them. Okay. Lastly, so publication style. So check out the most recent pieces published at that magazine in their section. What is the tone, length, and approach? Pitches should align with what's currently being published. So like the way that you pitch your story, like you need to really set it up and dress it up just like they are doing what they're already publishing. And editors in their pitch callouts will basically tell you this in their pitch callouts. They'll say, make sure you familiarize yourself with the magazine. That's what they mean. And then lastly, thematic. If the publication frequently covers certain topics or angles, try to incorporate these into your pitch. They want pitches that are specific to their publication, not something that you could send to anyone. And I realize we don't have all the time in the day, but it really isn't that hard to tweak a pitch that may have been more general or may have been for somewhere else and make it sound like it's for this pitch. Like, they don't want just anything. Like Rockstar Magazine doesn't want just anything. They want something that's written for Rockstar Magazine readers. That magazine doesn't exist, by the way, but you get the picture.